What is up guys, I'm CardFighter and welcome to this week's episode of CardFighter's Thoughts. Today we're going to episode 22 of CardFight Vanguard G next. So before we begin, obviously I will illustrate the spoiler warning. I'm going to be spoiling this episode rotten, so if you haven't watched it, I will leave a link in the description down below so you can go watch it. You go watch it and then come back to me and we'll talk about it, okay? Also before we begin, I have changed this. Yeah, it just sorts out the lighting there, and there is a bit of an echo in here, but I don't think the camera picks it up, or the mic picks it up, so that's good. So yeah, I know it's a bit bare, but you know, it's better than not, you know, having a light glimmer in your face. So yeah, episode 22, very enjoyable, and it's definitely developing Vanguard G next as a whole story very well. Like we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Before characters, we did get to see more of Ibuki, and I must say he's doing very well. He's sort of moved on to be like the more, I don't know, he's in charge of like pretty much the whole entire Vanguard Association now, which is good. Like, you know, he still carries on from Stridegate, and he's also become more of like a father figure to Chrono now. Maybe like a sort of uncle in a way, but I see him more as a father figure now because like he's doing all this stuff like to protect Chrono. You know, he doesn't really want to get involved because if you don't remember in the last few episodes, Chrono has found out that Kamui has been working for Ibuki to find out a bit more about Kazumi, and obviously he didn't want Chrono getting involved, hence why he didn't tell him. And it does show that he does care about Chrono. You know, in the first episode, in the first series of G, he just sort of, you know, arrived just time to look after him. You know, he didn't really care about Chrono, but now you actually do see that he cares about him. He wants him, like, you know, to prosper, I guess, and he doesn't really want him to get involved in any things that he gets himself involved into. For example, like all the Ryuzu stuff that happened in Stridegate. So obviously Kazumi is going to be a big deal if Ibuki is worried about him. Also, we have found a lot more about Kazumi. Again, sorry about hand movements. It's just how I explain things. We do have a little bit more knowledge on Kazumi. Like we do have like sort of we do have information on why he's there. We don't know exactly what he's doing, but we do have a bit more of his motive for joining the under-20, and it is really interesting. I'll get into that during the actual like plot section. We are seeing a bit more Chrono, obviously, because like GBT 11's right around the corner for Japanese viewers or players. You know, since they've had GBT 10, that's going to be rolling around the corner probably in about a month or so. So yeah, Chrono will probably be coming back. Probably in the next few episodes, just so we can see the support for Gear Chronicle coming out in GPT 11, obviously because they're in that set. Yay! Yeah, but he's still taking the back seat, but we are seeing a bit more of him every now and then now, because like, obviously he's the main character. But again, it was still nice like that he just like hung back, like Bushiroad like held his character back a bit, and let the others like get their time in the spotlight, if that makes any sense. We didn't really see any other characters. It was just pretty much Kazumi, Ibuki, and the other two members of Team Demise, and we don't really know their names, but they just didn't really do anything, let's just be honest. It would be nice to see them do something in the next few episodes. And animation, plot-wise, pretty much we now know why Ibuki is entering this U20. He's recruiting people to assist him in his like a goal to change the future, I guess. But I don't know if you've seen this episode, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's Kazumi. Did I say Ibuki? I mean Kazumi. If I did say Ibuki, Kazumi. We don't know if it's actually Kazumi or if he's being controlled. Because if you've seen this week's episode or last week's episode, I guess now. You know, you'll understand why what I'm talking about. Like they've introduced these like gates, which are sort of thing like it's kind of hard to explain. I probably should watch the episode a bit more. But pretty much like Noah from New Nippon has sort of found this gate, I guess, in a way, and we finally understand why Kazumi is saying like we need to find someone who is worthy. I'm guessing, and Noah is one of those people. And it was kind of unexpected, really, because like you see Noah's like, I know he's one of like these new characters, but he seemed very bland and just happy and jolly in a way. Like you didn't really think he'd make much of a difference to the plot if he was actually taken out. You know, he wouldn't really make that much of a difference, in my opinion. But now we see why Casimir was so interested in, like, you know, he was just looking at all these other fighters and just saying, like, you know, he's not worthy, he's not worthy, he's not worthy, he's definitely not worthy. And now it's just really interesting to see, because now we've got like this whole other like plot of like, we get a bit more information, like, is Casimir being controlled by something? Because like he has the symbol on his hand, like similar to Miguel. Had the Neo Nectar symbol on his hand, and that brings up a whole different theory, which I'll get into later in the episode. But it's just really interesting because like these gates actually have a meaning, and like this actually shows Casimir's like ambition in a way, and also like other new members of Team Demise, they actually have like some connection to it as well. I thought they were just like teammates just so they could enter the tournament. So obviously it's going to be shaping up to a very, very good plot, because I thought it was just going to be a tournament plot, which I wasn't really complaining about. But if it's going the way it's going, then it's going to be very, very interesting to see, because it's just something that they haven't really done before. Not that I can recall, but it will be very interesting to see. Animation wise, it was good. I couldn't really see any faults with it, and nothing really too special though. You know, just good. Nothing too spectacular. Nothing too disappointing. It was just good. I do like the way how Ibuki is made. Ibuki's character is now, like, you know, style wise, like, you know, he's got just a white jacket. He's shortened his hair. You know, he definitely looks more mature and more like I guess intimidating in a way, because like, yeah, he looked intimidating in the last few G series, but this one I actually think, I'm not gonna mess with you. No. I also did like the way they drawn Alter Ego Messiah, like, because in the last few series, like, I just didn't really like the way, but this one we actually got to see like him quite clearly. We actually got to see that he's actually quite big, like, because yeah, we obviously knew that Alter Ego Messiah was big, but he didn't really look that big, like, you know, compared to like I don't know, maybe Chrono Jet, maybe I don't know, just, you know, I don't know, he just looks better in this series, in my opinion. No, I don't have anything. Sorry about that. We don't really have anything to talk about there. Again, yeah, I just really like the way that they made Ibuki in this series now. Like, he definitely looks more like, I don't know the word to say, but he definitely does look a lot better. Music wise, again, nothing really too special. There was a piece in the episode when it was Casimir versus Ibuki, and it did put a lot of drama into the bit, or a bit of action into the actual scene, but it was just like a reused piece, you know, nothing special. They've used it probably about 1,000 other times in the other episode, so nothing special there, but it did add a lot of effect to this episode, to the fight, so I would give you props for that, but she would give you props. Yeah, again, I can't really go over any of the cards, because like, they haven't released any new ones. I think Casimir was about to release a new stride, but obviously the, you know, plot must say that we can't release these new cards yet, you know. So yeah, I can't really talk about that. Alright, so I'm guessing we're adding into a new section now. My theory for this new sort of plot line is I believe that the units are now possessing humans. Like, I don't believe Casimir is actually acting on his own free will. I believe that it's Shiranui controlling him. And if this theory does go correct, I'll be very, very impressed, because again, this isn't something that they haven't done before. I mean, yeah, they did reverse, but that wasn't actually units possessing them. That was the Void or Link's Joker possessing people and reversing them. But this is just like full-on units, because like, and the way this gives evidence is Noah with a Chaos Breaker, because obviously Noah uses the Chaos Breaker unit, Chaos Breaker Dragon. You know, he uses a support, and pretty much Chaos Breaker Dragon is his avatar, and pretty much Casimir is linking people who are worthy, who go through these gates, to their main card. And I believe that well, I guess in a way Noah changed when he linked with Chaos Breaker, and I think Chaos Breaker has taken over him, because like the Noah that we all knew was like, you know, happy, cheerful, you know, he was loud-mouthed, you know, he just sort of annoying in a way, but it was sort of that cute annoying, I guess you could say. but now he's just gone really sinister, like, I want to kill everybody. And I believe that's what Chaos Breaker is. He's destruction incarnate. So, and another way that I can think that they can support this is Miguel. I know we don't know if Miguel is dead or not, but when he was around, like, you saw he was getting very close to Tokaha, and I believe because the Musketeers, if you've read the lore, I believe it's the lore. The Musketeers sort of like are connected with Asher, like they want to serve her, they want to protect her, and that's what Miguel was doing. He even said, like, I want to protect you, I want to be with you, like, you know, as long as I live. And that's because Asher is Tokaha's avatar, and that does make a lot of sense. If this theory does come true, then you know, maybe we'll get to see like Chrono Jet link with Chrono. We get to see like other people, like, and this is what it means. Like, if the bad guy is Shiranui, then Shiranui is recruiting other units through CardFight. And if this really does happen, I know I sound like a broken record, but if this really does happen, this is going to shape up to be a really good series, because maybe we get to see these people transform into the units. I don't know, like, they sound a bit like Yu-Gi-Oh, but if that really does happen, then my god, Bushiroad, props to you. So yeah, that's my theory. If you like the sound of that, then don't forget to leave a like. Or maybe post your own theory down below, because I would like to hear what you guys have to say about it. Again, like, that's my theory. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to talk about. Again, I guess I could talk about this sort of stuff that's coming in the future. I don't think I'll be able to get a box of Tri-3 next, or open any packs, as fate would have it. My locals don't. Tabletop didn't order any, and the Golden Sun, as they were going to order some, but their supply ran out of stock, so I really don't think I'll be able to get any Tri-3 next, along with the trial decks. I'm really sorry about that, guys. I know I promised that, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to get my hands on them. Maybe the Bermuda trial deck, maybe the Nubatama trial deck. I will be definitely getting a Blaster Legend deck, because I'm hoping to build Royals from that, because that looks really interesting. You know, we've got all the like original Royal Paladin units being revived, like Blaster Blade, Marin, Galatine, Kay, Wingull, Isolde, Epona, Alfred. It is like, that is really exciting me, because it's sort of like a blast from the past in a kind of way. Blast from the past? Yeah. So yeah, look forward to that. That'll be coming in June, I'd imagine. Also look for a deck profile on that soon. Also, I will be hoping to get a few more deck profiles recorded, because I am going down to my locals this Sunday. So yeah, also no promises, but I will try to get some deck profiles recorded. And I do want to start trying to record fights, but I don't think my phone will be able to record a full-on fight. So if I can get a different camera, like, I know that I keep saying that, but if I can get a different camera, then maybe I can start recording some fights, because I believe my friend David has a tripod, so I can be able to use that. So be able to record some fights. So hopefully look forward to that in the future. And also, if you haven't watched it, I will leave my friend David's Genesis deck profile in the description below, so you should go check it out. He's a really good guy, and he's got a really good deck. Very annoying Genesis, David. So yeah, this is going to wrap this episode up here, guys. Again, sorry for mumbled, sorry for repeating myself. I know I keep saying getting used to this, but you know, it's going to happen. I'm terrible at this. So yeah, if you like this episode, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below, and I will catch you next time. Bye!